She has received the highest honor of Mary Kay when she was named the annual Miss Go-Give winner for the Sapphire seminar in 2011.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Independent Executive Senior Sales Director, Jennifer Besecker.
The most exciting seminar ever. Well, I want to start out by thanking our Mary Kay corporate staff. They are absolutely amazing and done an incredible job. Let's give them a big round of applause. Because has anybody here ever planned a wedding or a huge birthday party? Could you imagine planning a birthday party for tens of thousands of people? Well, those of you who were here last year, you heard me share that last year was going to be my very last top director trip in this suit. Well, guess what? I was just kidding, I'm back. Because God's delay is not his denial, and I am here today. Thanking the women who I had the honor of representing on the stage. Without my incredible, amazing unit, I wouldn't be who I am today. So thank you for all your hard, incredible, committed work. You girls are amazing to be the #2 at Sapphire and the #7 nationwide. I also want to thank my amazing national for always showing me a bigger picture and believing in myself and dreaming big from the very day when I started this company. So thank you, Pam Higgs. I love you. So my senior sales director, Sarah Miller, who always poured belief in me, believed in me no matter what. Thank you, Sarah. I love you. And a person who has totally changed my life is my recruiter, Dawn Kobe. Dawn, without you, I'd still be in corporate America working hard for somebody else instead of myself. So thank you, Dawn. This year has been incredible. I want to start out by thanking my 2 beautiful brand new offsprings, Alabelle Verfino. She wasn't even in the company last year at this time. She signed her beauty agreement in August, and when I was away on the top director trip, I saw 5 beauty agreements coming through brand new from her. I immediately boxed her from China and said, I'm going to New York with you, you want to come? She recruited 5 people in a different state, and that's exactly what we did. So proud of you, girlfriend. And not only are you brand new sales director driving your beautiful Mary Kay car, but you crossed last night in the Port of Sharing. So Kelly Wilford, who is a brand new beauty consultant, signed her agreement in June. And I called and I asked her, is there any reason why you can't go to seminar in about 2 weeks? She said, well, let me call you right back. She called me back and said, no, I just took off work. I booked my plane ticket. I'm there with you. Last year, she was sitting over in Hall A, and wow, what a vision she caught for that beautiful throne that came down from the stage for Port of Sales. She became a brand new sales director driving the parade and was #5 in sales. Let's give up for Kelly Wilford. So proud of you. And those 2 beautiful women wouldn't be in Mary Kay if it wasn't for their incredible, incredible recruiter, that soon-to-be Mary Kay car driving sales director, Juanita Thomas. Juanita, I love you because you do exactly what Mary Kay has asked us to do, and that's to pass this opportunity on and lift people up to success and believe in them. And girlfriend, you have a gift for that. Give her another round of applause. Well, I'd love to share and always start out that God blessed me at 14 with my first beautiful baby. I I was 14 years old when I was given the gift of this gorgeous, beautiful son. He's now 28 years old and completely successful. He has his master's. He is in cybersecurity. He protects our government from other countries. And I remember when God gave me that gift and I found out I was pregnant, everybody told me what a mistake it was. And I had people telling me to get an abortion, people telling me this would ruin my life, except for one person, and that was my mother. She said, I'll support whatever decision you make. And I said, you know what? I know that God would not give me the gift of this gorgeous baby if he would not give me the ability to take care of him and raise him. So I quit school, and my highest education to date is only 9th grade. And I'm actually very proud of that because I make more money and have more passion in my life than people who have their PhDs. Well, God wasn't done blessing me yet. At the age of 17, I was given the gift of a beautiful little girl, Ashley, and what a dream girl she is. And I'm so proud of her. She's now 25. She is a kindergarten teacher following her dreams. Then along came baby number 3 at 22. I had Ryan. I got married in there, and here I was, very young, 3 small children, married, owned a townhome, thought this is great, my life is perfect. I landed a job at a law firm where I was a legal secretary. Wasn't very good at that, but I worked hard. I learned that hard work will pay off. If you work hard, you can go anywhere you want in life. So I ended up working my way up and becoming the recruiting manager. I actually hired the lawyers that worked for the law firm. You see, it doesn't necessarily matter what diploma, what degree you have. It matters how hard you're willing to work and what a great student you want to be. So fast forward my life to how Mary Kay came into it. Well, I was around 30, and unfortunately I went through something called a divorce. Hopefully nobody here has gone through that, but it's not a fun process. I found myself a single mom with 3 kids, working about 50, 60 hours a week with commute time. And I felt like a little hamster on a hamster wheel. Can anybody relate? My day consisted of getting up super early in the morning to run to the gym and be a spinning instructor, to come home and get my kids up out the door to wherever they needed to go, just to drive to work in about an hour and a half commute. To get there, to have the highlight of my day was getting my cup of coffee before everything went crazy. Then I'd work hard all day to be lucky to leave around 6 or 7 to get home to my kids. What kind of life was that? But it's all I knew. Because you see, in my life at that time, I didn't have anybody who truly believed in me. I didn't know I could do more than what I was doing. I honestly thought there were only 2 ways that I'm ever going to change my life. Win the lottery, chances aren't so good at that, or find my knight in shining armor to sweep me off my feet. I'm just not that kind of woman. I'm pretty independent. Well, this is where Mary Kay came into life. My best friend, Dawn Kobe, had a skincare class. She called me up and she said, Jen, you're never going to believe what I'm doing. I'm selling Mary Kay. And I said, well, that's kind of crazy idea. Why would you do that? And she said, well, they said you can make a lot of money. And I said, oh, I think you made a mistake. And thank goodness to her wise husband, when she hung up the phone and says, Jen doesn't believe I should do Mary Kay. He goes, has she ever tried it? And she said, no. He goes, well, why not listen to her? So I showed up at her party late, didn't even get a facial. I was really just walking in with 2 kids and kind of a hot mess. But I showed up anyways, me and that best friend. I ended up doing a facial because I knew I was helping my friends. And I heard the sales director at the time, Sarah Miller, talk about her life and how she made a great paycheck and she went from corporate America and wasn't working so many hours. And I thought, oh my goodness, if I could do what this amazing woman does, I could do it too. So I signed my beauty agreement that night. And I'd love to tell you that I was a superstar at the starting gate. I was not. I got my starter kit and I got scared. Has anybody had fear hit their hearts where you're like, what do I do with this? Well, for 6 months, I put the kit in the closet. I told Dawn, you can come get this kit. I'm not selling this stuff. And unfortunately, back then, I don't think I called it stuff. I called it something else. But Mary Kay's wonderful. But for 6 months, there was something still inside of me. I was watching my friend succeed. I was watching her have fun. And I got to the point where I was really sad. I was sad, I was depressed, I felt stuck. And that's when I thought, well, you know what? I have this Mary Kay thing. Let me just give it a try. And I went to training, and I caught the vision. I caught the vision that it's not rocket science. Because you see, I never wore makeup. I never sold a thing before in my life. I really lacked confidence. But the one thing I had was a good work ethic. And I said to my senior director, I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I promise to be a really good student. And she said, if you promise to be a really good student, you're willing to work hard, you can go as far as you want. And I said, I'm going to be a sponge. I'm going to learn everything you're going to teach me. Well, that was in December. I held my very first party, and from my first party, 6 months later, I was picking up keys to a pink Cadillac. I was working a full-time job. You see, I used my children as a reason to do Mary Kay and not an excuse. I worked hard. I sacrificed, a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. And you know what I prayed for? I didn't pray for God to give me the knowledge. I didn't pray for God to give me the confidence. I prayed for God to give me the courage to get up and do it again. Because you see, we all fall down. All these wonderful women up here are beautiful nationals, top directors. Every one of them has fallen down. Every one of them has had no-shows, cancellations. They're scared to pick up the phone. I prayed for 30 seconds of courage. So I hope when you leave here today, you go home and you pray for 30 seconds of courage to pick up that phone when the first 9 didn't, even though when you were praying, they don't pick up. And I prayed for courage, and I kept going, and I kept going, and I did the work. And so fast forward my life. 5 years ago, I married the man of my dreams. Oh, what a dream that is. And at the time, he married me knowing I couldn't have any children. But then he just kind of said one day, if you might decide to have a baby, could we try? And I said, well, we'll give it a try. Took me a year of in vitro, but I got my beautiful baby girl Bella, who will be 3 on July 28th. I had no idea that my starter kit had a beautiful baby in it. It didn't give me a baby, but it gave me the income to be able to afford to go through that process. It gave me determination in my heart not to quit. Having a miscarriage, the first 2 rounds of in vitro didn't work. My exact words to the doctor after 2 rounds failed is I said, we're going for a 3rd. And he said, well, you have to take a break and slow down. I said, let's be clear. You are getting me pregnant. But the beautiful thing is that in that pink box, I also gave a gift to my family. My husband last year at this time was really struggling in a job that just burnt him out. He wasn't happy. He was overworked. And he didn't have the gift of time with us. And I just looked at him and I said, just quit. Just quit and stay home and take care of me, take care of Ella. Just stay home. And you know what? He's been home for a year now. And he's absolutely loving it. He loves to... It gives him such pride to be able to take care of our family, to cook dinner, to do the laundry. I wake up every morning and when I come back for my coffee, the bed is made. It gives him pride and people go, your husband likes to cook and clean for you? And I said, why don't you retire your husband and see what he likes to do for you? I'm giving him the gift of time with his daughter, time with our family, time with me. Because that's what drives me. That's really what drives us, wouldn't you say? It's more time with the people we love. And unfortunately, because of the corporate world, there's this saying that says, if you don't start working hard for your dreams, somebody else is going to pay you to work hard for theirs. And I remember thinking when I decided to give Mary Kay a true try and a commitment, I remember thinking, if I don't do something different and develop a lot of courage and take a stance, where am I going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? Where are you going to be? And you know what? You don't have to know how to do a perfect skincare class or to do a perfect party. You just have to be willing to have courage to get up and try again. It is so easy. I promise you can do it. Without failure, you can do it if you just get up and you try again. Our company is amazing. Mary Kay Dash herself designed this company for women like you, like me, all over the world. I mean, how awesome is that we are all over the world? So go home and pray for courage. Go home and be willing to do something you've never done before. And I promise you, God will put the women in your path. You see, God doesn't just bless your business, He blesses your busyness. But you have got to give Him something to bless. So I just want to thank my unit again for allowing me to honor you on this stage. Without you incredible women, I would not be here. They are amazing and powerful. And also to my number one, Christy, and to Angie, who's number 3, thank you for surrounding me of women of excellence. I absolutely love that. But I'm here to tell you and promise you that next year when I deliver the top director speech, I will be in a national suit.